Good evening. Like the rest of the country, the South voted in favour of leaving the EU in the referendum. But there was some isolated success for Remain. Reading voted to stay, in contrast to its neighbour Basingstoke. Richard Slee sees how the two areas reacted to the results.
Most people who voted in Basingstoke opted to leave the EU. Now, little more than 24 hours after that historic event, how are they feeling?
We're not going to be ruled by Brussels anymore. There's too much interference from outside. We get our country back, basically.
Nothing concerned you about what you've heard over the last 24 hours?
Not one little bit. We can go along. There's a huge market outside there now we can trade with. Yes, bring it on.
What do you think about these people that say maybe they made a mistake in voting leave?
That's their point of view. I don't think we have made a mistake. We were given a decision and the people spoke.
You're going to get the scaremongers now saying it's the wrong decision, this, that and the other. Who already today the banks are saying this, that and the other. But I think it's the best decision.
Just 15 miles away here in Reading, where most people voted to stay in the EU, the mood is a little different.
I am horrified by this. I think it's going to ruin the union. I can't believe it.
But I guess now we just got to deal with it. We can't really go back. You know, I think we just got to make the best of it and move on.
Well, I feel sad that we left the EU. I feel that we could have made our way through and maybe even made a change within the EU from within.
So, contrasting views in two of the region's largest towns. The challenge now will be to make the changes work as best as possible for everyone. Richard Slee, ITV News in Basingstoke and Reading.
Police are investigating why a 5-year-old was left abandoned on Queen's Road in Brighton yesterday afternoon. An urgent appeal was launched to trace the girl's mother, who's been located in London. The child is now under the care of social services. A mother has hailed a midwife a hero after saving her baby's life at the QA hospital in Portsmouth. Nikki Legg had complications during her pregnancy, but quick thinking ensured baby Jameson survived. Sally Simmons reports.
A healthy and very happy Jameson has no idea what a drama he caused before he was born. At 37 weeks, his mother Nikki panicked because he wasn't moving. At Queen Alexandra Hospital, doctors began discussing options. Then Nikki's midwife Anne stepped in and insisted on immediate surgery.
They were talking about possibly inducing me because he wasn't moving, and Anne was like, no, she needs to go into theatre and this baby needs to come out now. And the team said in theatre if it had been one more hour we wouldn't have him here today.
I mean, it was very close. I mean, Jameson was born in pretty poor condition, but with the expert help obviously of the neonatal team, he's gone on to become a lovely little chap, you know.
Jameson had suffered a stroke in the womb, but 3 years on, though still weak on his left side, he's into everything. Nikki had been nervous about her first pregnancy because she's diabetic, and complications include increased risk of miscarriage and stillbirth. In fact, Jameson's stroke had nothing to do with Nikki's diabetes, but for her second child, she monitored her health religiously.
I remember every time I had a blood test, phoning Chris and Anne saying, what's the level, because they were helping me through before the conception.
Alice is now 3 weeks old and her journey into the world has been textbook.
We've had a 30% increase in women with diabetes over the last 3 years, so it's really important that mums who are planning a pregnancy think about having, maintaining a healthy weight and having lots of exercise.
The increase in diabetes puts pressure on the midwifery service at Queen Alexandra, but helping to deliver little bundles of joy always gives immense joy to Anne. Sally Simmons, ITV News, Portsmouth.
So is there more rain on the way? Here's Luke Castiglione with the details.
From blizzards to pool, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Hello again, good evening. Despite this afternoon's thundery downpours, the showers will continue to clear over the next couple of hours. It'll be dry tonight, and after a bright start tomorrow morning, it will become generally a bit cloudier as we go through the day. So tonight, as the cloud continues to break up, it will feel fresher than recent nights under these clear skies. Temperatures dropping down to around 9 or 10 degrees. A bright start tomorrow morning, but late morning into the afternoon, it will become gradually cloudier from the west ahead of a band of patchy rain arriving later in the day. The far east and north of our region holding on to any bright spells for longer, highs around 19 degrees. A look at your tide times for tomorrow. Brighton, 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather. Keeping a close eye on summer. The Pollen Count, sponsored by Ilogy Eye Drops.
Well, grass and weed pollen is currently airborne, and with a brighter day on the way tomorrow, levels will be very high, and they'll stay very high in bright and breezy weather on Monday. Have a lovely evening.
That's it from the weekend team. We're back tomorrow evening. Hope you can join us then. For now, have a lovely evening. We'll see you later on. Bye for now.